What we contemplate mentally, we cultivate mentally. Suppose we had a garden, we would be very careful about what we cultivate there. We would not want to waste that garden in cultivating weeds and certainly not toxic plants. Our inner world is like a garden. But unfortunately, we are not very careful about what we cultivate there. And that's because the inner world is subtle, what is cultivated there is subtle, and the process by which it is cultivated is also subtle. What is cultivated there is thoughts, and the process by which they are cultivated is contemplation. When we contemplate something, some thought that arises inside us, it starts growing. If we compare thoughts to seeds, seeds in the outer garden require physical ingredients to be provided and physical action to be done for their cultivation. But thought seeds require just one resource: contemplation. And the more we contemplate, the more thoughts grow. The Bhagavad Gita describes how this trajectory occurs. 260-263 says, Adhyayato Vishayan Pumsaha Sangasteshu Pajayate Sangat Sanjayate Kamaha Kamat Krodho Bijayate Krodhat Bhavati Sammoha Sammohat Smriti Vibrama Smriti Brahmashad Buddhinasho Buddhinashat Pranashyati. So as a thought grows, it becomes invested with emotion and desire. We start feeling attracted, then captivated, then irritated that we can't have it. Then we become deluded about the consequences of craving for it. Then we become stupefied, losing our intelligence. We become oblivious of consequences, and eventually we end up succumbing. Now, something is always growing inside us because we are always thinking of something, and it's growing because we are thinking about it. We can't stop thinking, therefore we need to start thinking seriously about what we are thinking about. And then we can carefully choose what thoughts we give our attention to. When we are inattentive, we are actually giving our attention to the object of our inattention. That means to the object that is distracting us. And thus, our attraction to it grows. And sometimes it can grow to disproportionate and destructive dimensions. That's how we may end up doing habitually things that earlier we wouldn't even have given too much thought to. That's how attachments grow, addictions grow, and our whole life can be ruined. Thankfully, this principle of contemplation causing cultivation applies to positive thoughts too. And this principle is the driving fuel of Bhakti Yoga. The whole process of Bhakti centers on thinking about Krishna. And the Bhagavad Gita 12:9 states that if we think about Krishna as a discipline, our desire for Him will grow till we eventually become filled with love for Him and become ecstatically absorbed in Him. Maya अथ चित्तं समाधातुं न शक्नोषि मयि स्थिरम् अभ्यास योगेन ततो मामिच्छाप्तुं धनञ्जय. So by learning, to give due attention to what we are contemplating, we can choose to cultivate thoughts that will bring satisfaction and joy, not agitation and misery. Thank you.